In Florida, a father and his teenage son have come upon a stunning scene.
Well, somebody's about to get hit by a train.
Oh, videoing this?
I got it.
Are you videoing this?
Oh, God. There goes the train.
Oh. Oh, damn!
Oh, God.
Oh, damn! Did you get that?
Oh, God. That was not good. Hopefully nobody was in the semi. Yeah, you got stuck.
Oh, damn!
We need to see if everybody's okay. Yeah, you couldn't stop.
Fortunately, the driver was able to abandon the truck, which had reportedly stalled on the tracks before the impact. But there is carnage.
Oh, God.
This might not be a good idea.
Everybody's...
And it's unlike anything they've ever seen.
Oh, my God. Holy... Oh, my God. Holy crap. Oh, there's watermelon juice everywhere. Oh, holy crap. Is this real? Oh, my God. Wow. These are good watermelons.
They were good
Oh,
watermelons.
my God. There's the truck. Oh, we gotta go around.
And the semi didn't fare much better.
There's the truck. There's the semi. There's the train.
Look at the thing that's off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Insane.
That was cool.
Damn! Oh!
Because most of the train cars were empty,
Oh, damn!
no injuries were reported,
Oh, it's watermelon.
Watermelons.
except for the busted fruit, none of which is expected to recover.
Oh my, these are good watermelons.
They were good
Oh
watermelons.
my God.
220 Bravo, 230 Bravo for a hit and run just occurred.
A motorist in Sterling, Virginia is monitoring a police scanner app when a report of a hit and run comes in.
The striking vehicle was a blue Nissan Sentra, which should have significant front end damage.
And as the driver waits at a stoplight, lo and behold, a blue car that appears to fit the police description slowly rolls by. So the driver decides to follow it to a nearby apartment complex, where he motions for the driver to approach.
You alright, man? What happened, dude?
Hello. I got into an accident.
What'd you do? You just rear-end somebody?
I mean, it's a pretty bad day.
Yeah, man, that sucks. You know the cops are looking for you, right?
Yeah.
Are you high right now or something?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah, you better be careful.
Though it's not exactly clear what the would-be deputy's intent is,
They're gonna arrest you if they catch you, so.
I'm gonna stay here until they do.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Yeah, I mean, you already ran, though, so that you're...
It was just around the corner. Regardless, I
Yeah.
ran. You're right.
it's certainly not to offer any comfort.
Did you call them?
Yeah.
Oh, you called the cops?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're screwed.
When the police arrive, the driver is arrested and eventually found guilty of driving while intoxicated and failure to stop after an accident, proving once and for all that it's better to stay and face the consequences than subject yourself to this
Oh, you called the cops?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're screwed.
and then face the consequences.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Yeah, I mean, you already ran, though, so that you're...
Guilford County, North Carolina.
Look at this fool. Look. Look at this dude, man. Going in the right lane. Boy, somebody pissed somebody off this morning. Look at this. He's going after her.
A driver films an aggressive back and forth between two vehicles that's been going on for miles.
Look at that black car's gone, boy. They've been at it for at least 6 or 8 minutes, trying to cut each other off. Golly, there he goes again. He'll kill somebody. Look at him. Look, He's gonna kill this woman.
As the van tailgates, the black car brake checks.
He is all up on that lady. Look.
Use the right lane to
Road rage. What the heck? Get away from her, dude.
The longer it goes on, the more dangerous and high speed it becomes.
I'm running 100 miles an hour right now. I didn't even realize that.
take the exit.
Look, I gotta take this exit too, look. Here we go, we're all going down this exit.
As they exit, the white van finally manages to pull in front of the black car.
Look at this dude.
And things heat up even more.
Look, she just threw a drink can out the window at him.
Then, suddenly,
In 2.9 miles, turn right.
Oh, that's what happens.
and that's not all that happens.
Get him, hope that's alone. Yeah, get him, baby. Hands head up.
The driver of the white van is pulled over immediately.
Woo-hoo. Good guys win. Yeah, baby.
The van driver, a 62-year-old man, and the driver of the black car, a 25-year-old man, are both charged with failure to maintain lane control and reckless driving.
Golly, you killed somebody.
Proof positive that the only way to win in a road rage situation
Road rage. What the heck?
is to not play in the first place.
Yeah. Get him, baby. Hands head up. Woo-hoo.
Officers respond to reports of an allegedly intoxicated man outside a shopping center in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
How much have you had to drink?
Nothing. I ain't drank anything. You know what? I have drank something, but it's none of your business.
Since the suspect shows no interest in cooperating,
What's your last name, man?
Oh, no.
police decide to take him down to the station.
Put your legs in the car for me.
Or whatever.
But before the cruiser even begins its journey, the suspect uses some impressive flexibility to remove one hand from the cuffs. The officer drives off completely unaware.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Watch.
But the badly behaving suspect doesn't hide his secret for long.
Look at that. Broke free. County that my subject is out. His cuffs in the back. Get back here.
Concerned for the suspect's safety as well as his own, the officer turns on the siren and accelerates through traffic. The suspect appears to hold a lighter to the front seat, distracting the officer and causing disaster. The officer loses control and veers off the road, ejecting the suspect out the rear window as the car flips over. Amazingly, the suspect is able to get up and flee the scene, but is soon captured and charged with escape third degree, public intoxication, fleeing on foot, and being a minor in possession.
How you feel, buddy? How you feel?
The officer, however, has to be extracted from the vehicle and is airlifted to a nearby hospital, but thankfully is released a short time later. A close call for the officer and the suspect, both of whom are lucky to have escaped with their lives. In Port Orange, Florida, a resident films from his balcony as a moving truck attempts to pull out of a tight parking spot.
Me and my brother just hear this crunch. These dumbasses just backed into a car. Look, oh no, oh, let's get the out of here. Watch this. I bet you they take off. Watch, look.
According to the man filming, the driver of this moving truck allegedly just sideswiped the vehicle parked on its right side when trying to get out.
See if he crunches it even more.
And he's apparently learned nothing from the experience.
Look at that. Oh, gnarly, dude. Oh, oh my God. This is great. Look at him. Oh, dude.
As the driver continues to rake the car's side with the truck, his partner appears helpless to stop it.
Oh, dude, he's gonna hit it even more. Oh my God.
But with the finesse of a bulldozer, the truck's driver eventually does pull out. And then, according to the man filming, drives away.
So these guys are just trying to take off now. So go ahead and get that license plate. Holy dude.
The man filming notifies the owner of the damaged SUV. He claims police open a hit-and-run investigation, the result of which is unknown. As for the movers,
Oh, gnarly, dude. Oh!
it might not be a bad idea to brush up with some truck driving lessons.
Oh, dude.
Yet another terrifying example about the dangers of following a bit too closely on the road is about to take place on a southbound highway in Texas. A semi-truck's dash cam records as a box truck closes in fast on the pickup in front of it. As the pickup seems to suddenly slow down, the box truck driver loses control, careening into the path of the semi-truck, sending the box truck driver's head through the window, forcing him to hold on for dear life as the semi plows ahead. The horrific crash finally comes to a halt as the 18-wheeler hits the concrete divider. Within seconds, motorists from both sides of the median jump into action, reportedly checking on the two drivers while waiting for authorities to arrive. The 80,000-pound semi sustained substantial damage, but according to a social media post by the semi's driver shortly after, both she and the driver of the box truck escape relatively unharmed, as does someone else.
So I just got little scrapes on my arm. And my dog was also with me, and thankfully she's okay. Aren't you, puppy? She got scared, of course, but I managed to hold on to her because she very nearly went through the glass.
Here's hoping they both have many more safe trips ahead of them in the future. On a New York City interstate, a trucker's dash cam records as traffic slows to a crawl, and some drivers begin using the breakdown lane to try to get ahead. When the trucker spots a white SUV attempting to do the same, he tries to block its way, to no avail. Despite the near miss, both vehicles press on. But once past police, the SUV driver appears to retaliate for the attempted block by what seems like brake checking and slowing the truck's progress. Not wanting to engage, the trucker moves into another lane. But the SUV driver refuses to let it go. No matter which way the truck goes, the SUV driver stays the course. The trucker then attempts to pass the car on the left, that's when the SUV driver makes a very dangerous and very foolish decision. As the driver attempts to pull in front of the trucker once again, they cut it too close and are clipped by the truck, sending them spinning sideways and into the guardrail. The driver of the truck pulls over and waits for authorities to arrive. No word on the outcome, but the trucker has more than enough evidence to help his side of the story. As for the alleged brake checker, they do well to remember that road rage is always a bad idea, especially when raging at a vehicle much, much bigger than yours.
Road Wars has real life, jaw-dropping moments captured by real drivers, proving that anything can happen on the road.